Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video, another YouTube video. The right stuff continues. I know it's been a while since I recorded anything for YouTube, and I have something a little bit different for everyone today. Hopefully, it will work out because this is my first run through it. Um, and I think you'll like it. And it's also some things that I'm gonna be doing. Like on my YouTube channel, I added another playlist because I've recorded and uploaded many of videos um, over the years. Geez, I don't remember when I actually started. I probably should have looked that up, before I started rolling. Who knows? Maybe the next time round. 'Cause I'm probably gonna be do more videos like this. We shall see how this one goes. I've been busy with work and school. Full-time job and taking classes 3 nights. And next semester I'll be taking classes 5 nights because I really want to get my design degree so I can, um, get a better job. Get a actually not just a job but a career, making a real good amount of money. And so it's a 2 year program. It goes till 2014, and the 2014 is the spring semester, 2 years, and I want to stick with that. And I am also gambling a lot that Mitt Romney is going to win this presidential, this race. He's going to be our new president. Um, I don't think Obama wants to be president anymore. He just, the way that I seen him speak and move, it just, it seems like he did what he wanted to do, and that's it. And also maybe, you know, being president is a little bit more stressful, and I think, it has seen its toll on the president. He covers it up, but there is evidence that he's tired of that job. So that's probably why he's not really trying so hard. Even though the last debate, which was a second debate between him and Mitt Romney, was pretty good, but still, it's the same old, same old. So, anyways, I suppose that's enough for politics. Maybe that's what we need to think about politics. You see, one of the things when it comes to politics that I've noticed, people think more, actually, people don't think, they react. They let their emotions dictate what they're going to do instead of just using good, hard, critical thinking and holding our elected officials to their word, Republican and Democrat. Um, and maybe, if we think like that every time that there's election every 4 years, we could probably get some stuff that's actually going to get done in this country that'll actually help the people and the country grow. So the country can again, well, I mean, it still is a light of the world, but I think it's lost something. So, anyways, um, I also saw the Ayn Rand. I saw part one on Netflix, and I saw part two at the movies, and part two was awesome. You know, Atlas Shrugged. Atlas Shrugged part one on Netflix, and Atlas Shrugged part two at the movies, and it was like $8 to see the movie, and it was well worth it. You know, 'cause it's like close to 2 hours, but I didn't feel the 2 hours because the movie just flowed so nice, and the way it ended, you know, it's like what? You know, that was my question. It's like what? What? You know, because I wanted more. You know, so I think there's going to be a part three. So look for part three. I am also curious on how they're going to do the John Galt speech because see, that's a 60-page speech. Um, in an audio, it's 3 hours. So I wonder how they're going to do that. Should be interesting. I want to. Well, you know, actually, um, I'm gonna end the video here. Well, actually, I'm not gonna end the video because I'm gonna go to another video. This is something that I'm gonna be doing. Hopefully, it works. We're gonna go to another video, and I think it's gonna be decision monologue. That is a video or a monologue that I really love. I articulated it well, read it well, and when I wrote it, you know, I was definitely inspired when I wrote it, and that's why it's one of my favorites. You know, I love hearing it over and over. So I hope you enjoy it. Here is Decision Monologue. Hot, muggy air, squeeze through home, shallow breaths. The wall clock ticks its minutes slowly. Life spins around my being. I look for a spot on the horizon, for some relief of this oppression. The hot, muggy air squeeze through home. I listen to audio on my cell phone, poems of the past, reflect on what was and see what is through experience, change. Some don't. Still, I figure things, looking for my purpose as this hot, muggy air squeezes through home. Using old equipment to express my soul in audio and video, frustration turns to sadness. Can this be only my destiny? Making slow progress through this current life. I look up at the sun and wonder. As night falls, I know no relief. Even as the trees' leaves wave a bit in the wind. Still I wonder, even though I need rest, only writing these simple words as the fan blade spins round and round in an endless loop as this time seems. I will sleep and wake tomorrow morning to continue the same old cycle of walking to the bus and working my day in hopes that this time it's different. By driving to a new job, one that I like, is there such a thing? I hope so. For hope is what I have in abundance. To continue, sometimes I feel as Israel, a single being of light, surrounded by darkness, even though I know that together, with all the other points of light, we are strong. It is destined for this to be in my resolve for divine truth. I can stand strong as a skyscraper, but without the city or earth, what is it? In a world of possibilities, something may change. Hot, humid days become the cool rain. Movement continues. Summer becomes autumn. Winter becomes spring. The breeze caresses the land in the embrace of love, attracted by something unseen by each of them, moving and shaking the world in its magical glory, being and becoming what they decide to become. In the dance of hope, all things are possible, and something may change. Something may change. It is my hope, but sometimes things don't. Take all my collections, okay? Some may call it junk. I don't know why I hold on to all this stuff. Thing is, if I died, it will all go into trash, because it's only important to me. Even these moments in self-pity. Oh, some may remember me for a short time, but they'll just forget me, because what have I ever done to people to remember after death? I almost died a while back, a few years ago. It could have happened at any time. I held onto life hard because I think things would get better. What did that person really know? What made him be so optimistic? It's like this dark shadow covered all that beauty. If there is a hell, then this is it. Where are the miracles? They seem few and far between. The boy who looked at the stars in wonder is gone, swallowed by the great shadow. The optimist becomes the realist, because he has seen too many things to ever dream of hope again. But there seems that there is still a part of me who, after all this shit, still hopes that even in contemplating death, there is hope in life. So now where do I go? What do I do? I walk through the granite city, streets paved in granite, granite foundations, granite sidewalks, even elegant granite sculptures. I am blessed to be a part of this metaphor, where I need not worry about what goes on in the country because I, like the city, have a strong foundation. I could always rebuild my life. So is this what I need to do? Rebuild or create my life? I remember poems I've written about the seasons, and autumn more specifically. Nature always rebuilds itself. No matter what the universe throws at it, it continues. So maybe this is that small glimmer of hope within my being. The remembrance, or knowing, could be a better word, of how life just continues, no matter of what experiments are going on at the time. But how might I recreate myself? Usually when one creates themselves, they think on what they can do or what they want to learn. Well, I can clean and I can drive, but I've gone down those roads and I'm still not fulfilled. I love to learn and to be among creative individuals. I can write, produce audio and basic video shows, but what does my path hold in that I know? I'm learning to manage groups of people, which is a good skill to learn. What symphony can I make with all these notes is where I must ponder. I could learn to draw to increase my perceptions and how I see things. With drawing, I can do animation, which puts together my audio and basic video skills to play. I could even do big animation products and put into play my skill at managing groups of people. This does sound good, but dreams sound good before one puts to play their plan to accomplish or attain their dream. I could just sit here listening to the audio in front of my fan on this hot, humid day, or go in the heat and try and make a difference at this point in my life. It always comes down to decision, to work hard for one's dream or just take it easy in life, keeping the dream in the mind. Maybe that's what we have, why we have all the problems in this country and even the world. People don't dream. Or if they do nothing to make it come true. Always relying on someone else to tell them what to do or have someone else solve their problems in this country, their state, their cities, their community, and even in their home. Maybe that's why people do nothing. Because as a country, we've become weak. So I guess the question that I should be asking myself is, how can I start doing what I want to do? Finally, an easy question to answer. Hey everybody. Wasn't that just yeah, wasn't that just an awesome monologue? I mean, when I wrote it, it seemed like it just flowed out of me. It was almost like Soul was trying to communicate something through me. And that's what um, us writers and artists, architects, designers, anyone who does creative stuff or try and build something or bring something into this world. I think we're all have that connection to soul, that higher aspect of ourselves. The higher part of the universe is trying to work through us to create something good. And it all comes down to decision. Because that's the first step in bringing everything, in bringing something into this universe, onto this planet through decision. We got to decide on something to bring through. We work on it, and it comes through. See, that was written and recorded. Actually, I posted it August 10th, 2011. So I definitely wrote it sometime before that. Probably a month or two before that. And I also wanted to share something about, for those who actually know that I do Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Still haven't had a chance to play that game yet with someone. But I still collect the cards, and I'm still working on my main deck. Yeah, that's number 10. I do like number 10. Oh, there it is. I do like number 10. But, and I have gotten more Xyz monsters. I have also some new Synchro monsters. And of course, you can combine Synchros and Xyz monsters. I believe that they can work, even though I haven't tested this deck yet. And it can also work with some of the older favorites. And one of the things that I am proud about is I finally was able to get Dark Magician Girl. I've been wanting Dark Magician Girl. I have had Dark Magician for, quite a while, many, many, many years. And I kept hoping and trying to get Dark Magician Girl, and I finally broke down and bought it on Amazon. And I mean, you can't have a Dark Magician without Dark Magician Girl. And of course, I also have Dark Magician Knight. So I have all three Dark Magicians. All three Dark Magicians. And of course, Dark Magician Girl is first because the other two would not be what they are without the Dark Magician Girl. And of course in the deck I also have Neos. You gotta have Neos, right? And Blade Edge. My other favorite card was Mechanical Hound, and that's an actual good card. I forget what booster pack that came out of. And of course we got a newer card, White Knight Queen, when Xyz Monsters first came out. And of course, I got my Lycanthrope Ritual Monster with Synthesis Spell. And this is a good card as well. Very useful. And most of the cards in my deck are spellcasters. I know the dragon is not. But most are. This is the new spellcaster that I got. Trance, the Magic Swordsman. Spellcaster, 2400 attack points. And that was from the current Return of the Duelist pack. I love, some people when they show cards, when they do pack openings on YouTube, they don't you don't see the card. They just go by so fast, okay? They just go by so fast and you don't have a chance to see the cards. And it's like you're trying to see the cards of the new deck. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I like to watch pack openings. Just to see what's out there. And by looking really hard at some of these pack openings, there is a lot of spellcasters in these things. And of course, I love spellcasters. See, this is an older spellcaster. Neo the Magic Swordsman, and of course, Mystical Elf. And that's mixed in with the newer cards. And it's a mix, and a Lightsworn card. Beep, beep. Yeah. There we go. Lightsworn card. And also some tuners. Because you can't have synchros without a tuner because, it just doesn't work. Frequency Magician. Some of these cards are good. Sunny Pixie. Sunny Pixie. Kind of like Nixie Pixel, who does Linux. Check her out on YouTube. And she has she talks anything new about Linux. I mean, she's like really, it's awesome. And also I have some of the old trying to get these things through. Some of the old spell cards like Yami. It's a spellcast thing. Magicians Unite. with new ones, Space Cyclone. I mean, I like Space Cyclone. That's a really, really good card to have, and especially since you have like a lot of tuner monsters, their attacks not usually that big, so you can always boost them up with Ego Boost, you know, and it's nice. With an even spellbinding circle, So I mean, it's like you can have a good deck by just mixing all these different monsters, and maybe after they're done with the latest Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexcel, maybe they're gonna do something like that, bring in some of the old monsters and mix things up. Maybe another movie, even though I haven't seen the latest movie yet. So anyways, I've been talking for 9 minutes, and I want to continue with this. And I think the next one, and all these videos that I'm doing, is going to be in the my favorites video. And when you go to my YouTube page, that's the feed that's highlighted right underneath the highlighted video. So check them out. I think there's only 7 videos there now, but they'll continue. It's just going to continue to grow. I'll keep adding a few more to it, and this is definitely going to be one of those. And it's also very perfect. It's called Power Dream, and it's part of the series that I had, 5-minute inspirations. So it's like 5 minutes. So check it out. Power Dream.
Medicine, law, business, engineering, these are noble pursuits and necessary to sustain life. But poetry, beauty, romance, love, these are what we stay alive for.
Yes, everybody, these are what we stay alive for. Beauty, poetry, love. This is what we have to remember in the dark times that we live. Welcome back to 5-Minute Inspirations. Let me start off this with a quote by Thomas Jefferson. When the people fear their government, there is tyranny. When the government fears the people, there is liberty. So let's turn the fear around. The fear that our government gives us of diseases, of riots, of all this stuff. Let's turn this around. Let the government fear the people. Let's remember what Thomas Jefferson said. Now I have a couple of poems that I wrote quite a while ago. This next poem is entitled To Face the Unknown. I sit paralyzed by the unknown, thinking of what will go wrong. I think I'm weak. I've made the commitment to go out and do. I think I can't. I'm afraid. I pray, Lord, help me. I pray, I pray, I pray. I hear, you have the strength. You can, so fly. I hold on to the words, these words of strength, these words of doing, these words of freedom. I stand at the precipice of my fears, looking out in the unknown, and take the first step. I started to fall, but I held my faith. I saw my wings. I flew to the unknown. My fear grows dim. I say, I can fly. I met the unknown and grew more wiser. In the heart of the unknown, I find the love and power of the Creator. And that power is all of us together. That is the power of the dream, the new dream that we must have. Dare to dream. And this next poem is entitled The Power of a Dream. What makes man tick? Many have sought the answer, but few realize the power while they search for meaning. Overwhelmed with problems, people have many. To make it through, they try, but undirected they fail. Sadness, frustration, depression, all come to visit. But of one with gas, they have surpassed. To make one surpass is the power of dreams. To climb steep mountains is the power of dreams. The mystery of the age has been discovered. For all that seek this power, all things start with a dream. So my friends out there, dare to dream. Dare to dream the new dreams. Dare to dream the dream of the soul. The dream of the higher voice, the higher part of ourselves. It's trying to speak to us all. Listen, and let us work together and make this country what it once was, the greatest country in the world. Thank you for listening. May the force be with you all. Thank you, and have a good day. Yeah, that was a good one. That was, I put that on YouTube May 3rd, 2009, or 2009. I suppose we'll start to say the year differently now, because it's past 2009, so it'll be like saying 2010, 2011, 2014, 2016 instead of 2016. Anyways, yeah, that was a good one, and I loved starting that little video with the little clip I had. I used to put in all my podcasts. It's Robin Williams, and it's from the movie Dead Poets Society, and that was such an awesome, inspirational movie. And the poems that you heard in that, they're my older poems. Power of a Dream, that's like one of my first poems. One of the first that I wrote many, many, many moons ago. And I think it was when I was in Amway, and I was at a dream weekend. And I just got inspired by the dream weekend. And it came right out of there, And of course, like a lot of people, some people make money in Amway and some people don't. Quick start now. But see, for me, that wasn't, it would have been nice, but I would have made some money, but it just wasn't my type of business. But I did learn quite a bit being an Amway distributor. Because I got on to a tape a week. And that was from different seminars, local seminars of, higher up people, diamonds, rubies, emeralds, pearls, all them, that they do locally to inspire people and to teach them. And I listened to those tapes. And also I was on Book of the Month, and it, by being on Book of the Month, it helped me, gain that habit of, reading constantly, because that's how we learn. We read, you know. Um, Now I just search out the internet, Amazon. I have my little Kindle. I have my little Kindle here, Kindle Fire. I use it mostly to read Kindle books. Um, but I also use it, when I'm out and about for the internet and music and things like that. Check out different websites. Um, Gathering information, which is helps me out um, do my assignments in my design classes. Because you gotta research a lot of stuff. And you gotta keep looking for the new things. You know, um, yeah, I just did a project, New York Loft. And we had to pick a person to design a loft for, and I picked Michio Kaku. And I don't know, maybe I don't know, maybe I'll put it up on put it up on this one of these future shows um, eventually, maybe. Um, I wonder if he would actually like it. What he would say about it. But of course, one of the main things in it was because he likes to talk about science fiction and the physics behind science fiction. So one of the things I put in it was a TARDIS, and I mean, someone who likes science fiction and talks the physics of science fiction and all that, and he's talked about time and the sonic screwdriver and all that stuff. I think it would be so cool to put the TARDIS into his loft, and with even a working light on it. But it would be a closet, you know. Um, and of course, because the loft had 22 feet. It's a New York loft, so they had like 22 feet walls. So it's like, okay, how do you cover the wall? So I said, okay, I'm going to do OLED wallpaper. You could do a search on what OLED wallpaper is. I mean, it stands for organic light emitted diode. It's like a flat. It's like a piece of paper. I mean, it's flat. It's a flat light that you can bend. And do lots of wondrous things. And I can't wait until that technology starts to take off a little bit more. So I stuck that up. And I also put up, on that, I put up the Eye of God. It's a image from the Hubble, where it's some space. I don't know if it's a galaxy or what, but it looks like an eye staring back. I think that would have been cool. Having another OLED wallpaper on the other side and another one on the roof, and having the picture on those be just of stars, the night sky, just stars. So you could be like living underneath the stars. When he goes to bed, he can look up and see the stars. Because physicists get inspired by that stuff, as we all do. So, anyways, I like to have fun with stuff. Power Dream. It's all about that. It's all about keeping a dream alive. And it's so hard nowadays to keep our dreams alive, because a lot of people still don't have jobs, and a lot of people had to go from high paying jobs to low income jobs. like I have a low income job right now. Things can be tight. It's like you really know the meaning of a budget. But that's not how a society should be run. You know, if we had more businesses where the pays were higher, um, the things that are high, like healthcare and things like that, um, and it wouldn't be people would be able to afford it. And even though groceries would get more expensive, people would be able to afford it because the wages would be more. You know, but in an economy, wages usually go down, so people buy less, and so people buy less. That's why more stores go out of business, and more people, go on more low income, um, lower skilled people go, lose their jobs and go on welfare, and it's just a vicious cycle. You know, in an and in a recession, or an economy that is, going down, we have to expand and grow and create new things. Every business, instead of like trying to squeeze out every little penny, they should expand what they're doing. Look at other markets they can go in. Expand. And of course, we need a government that will help foster that by not having a whole lot of regulations or taxes or stuff like that. And there is a lot of regulation on businesses nowadays, small businesses. So, I just want to say keep your dreams alive. Keep them in sight. Do something, especially through this time, where you keep your dream in sight. And, wow, it's been 11 minutes. Man, can I talk. But I am enjoying this format because I used to do something like this with podcasting. Now I'm doing with video. So it's just awesome. So I'm probably at 40 minutes right now. And I'm trying to think. Maybe I will just keep it with showing three videos. So it doesn't get too long. So what if I end it? Since we are in autumn, this is October 18th, 2012, and summer has passed. And I wrote something a while back. Passing of summer. So, yeah, I forgot when I wrote it. I think it was back in 2011. So, here it is. The passing of summer. July 31st, 2011. We are in the throes of summer. Arcturus moves toward the horizon, and Orion rises. Autumn is only a blink away. We're focused on the day-to-day activity that can be done in the summer. It seems as if summer just flies by, but in reality, summer moved at its own pace. We were just too busy to notice the passing of summer. Did we take the time to slow down and enjoy the moments that only summer brings? We grieve for the summer's passing because we know that winter is not far away. Enjoy the moments, the last month that summer brings. and store them up in your memories for when winter is upon us. So it was July 31st, 2011. So I was right about the date. And the little eye picture that you saw in there, that is the eye of God um, that I was talking about in the previous segment. So I hope you liked all these videos. I hope you liked all these videos, and you can find these videos on my YouTube channel in my new playlist, entitled My Favorite Videos. It's highlighted on my channel. Leave comments on my channel, and let me know what you think, and come back on a regular basis to check out that new playlist, and you'll see more videos over time that go into my favorite videos. And my favorite videos, those are going to be videos that I created and uploaded. But you can check my other playlist and my other favorites and all that to see what I'm watching. And so just don't forget to leave a comment on my channel. Let me know what you think. Enjoy the videos. Enjoy the day. Enjoy your autumn. Especially those who live in the Northeast and, wherever you do have an autumn. Stay creative in the magic of life. Peace be with you all. Thank you.